While many people grew up believing that Luigi was hiding in Super Mario 64, there was a whole other group of kids that grew up believing that Waluigi was hiding in the DS remake as an unlockable character. Although from an outside perspective you may believe that these are just playground rumours and nothing more, there was actually a surprising number of things that made people believe that this rumour was legit, just when you look at the base game of Mario 64 DS. For starters, Mario 64 DS features 4 playable characters: Yoshi, Mario, Luigi, and Wario. It would only make sense for Waluigi to appear as a partner to Wario, like Mario and Luigi, but not only that, but the area where you would unlock the characters features 4 doors, and only 3 of them have unlockable characters, because you start the game as Yoshi. The 4th door, all it has in it is just a single power star, which is kind of weird, assuming the other 3 doors have unlockable characters in it. So this led to a lot of theories believing that once you collect all 150 power stars, the door would turn into a Waluigi door, or take you to some sort of location where you could fight a boss to get Waluigi's key. Of course, none of this was true, and the door truly is just what it is. It's just got a power star in it, for some reason. Another reason people thought you could unlock Waluigi is because the colour purple is a commonly used colour in the castle. For example, in the rec room, if you look at the floor, you'll see the colour red for Mario, the colour green for Luigi and Yoshi, and yellow for Wario, but the colour purple is also on the floor for some reason, which doesn't actually correspond to any of the unlockable characters. And it's the same for the main menu as well. You can see on the settings icon that the colour purple is also used there. There were also these rabbits that you could use to unlock mini-games in the game, and there's different colours for each of the characters. For example, Wario has orange rabbits that you can find in different locations. Once you grab them all, it would unlock different mini-games. If you look in the manual though, there's a purple rabbit seen on the mini-games page that isn't seen anywhere else in the game. Although this led to people believing that Waluigi may have been in the beta for Mario 64 DS, there's also an equally likely chance that this may have just been like a beta element. Maybe it was an early version of Wario or Mario's rabbit. On the file select screen, there's a black box seen on the side of the castle that you can't actually see in game. For many years this was just believed to be a graphical bug and nothing more, because no matter what you try and do in game, there is absolutely no way to break that wall open. However, for a long time it was just believed that that is all it was, a graphical error. There's actually footage from E3 2004 showing that the black box was actually at least at one point in development there in the game. It is still a complete mystery as to what the purpose of the black box was and why it was even there in the first place, or why it was removed. But you can't help but wonder what the original purpose of the box was if it was seen there in 2004, which is quite close to release, because it did release in 2004. Can't help but wonder that maybe at one point in development it had something to do with Waluigi, but considering it was near the game's release, I highly doubt that. From here I want to discuss the most popular leads and methods people believed back in the day. To start, we need to go all the way back to 2005, where a supposed article from a gaming magazine was released online called Purple Prizes. This article claimed that you needed to become the fastest foot racer in the land. Whatever that means, you guys can try and decipher that, because who knows. And after that, you will be able to fight the Rabbit King for a key to Waluigi's door. The only thing this reminds me of is the Bob-omb Battlefield race with Koopa the Quick. I think he says something along the lines of that, and maybe if you beat Koopa the Quick in a stupidly fast time, you would somehow unlock Waluigi, but if you were to use cheat codes to finish the race like instantly, of course nothing happens. The images that were used in this supposed article were pretty good, at least for 2005 standards, which led a lot of people to believing this rumor. But it turns out this was actually just an April Fool's joke, which makes a lot of sense considering how cryptic the supposed way of unlocking him was. Though if you thought that was cryptic, you probably will be quite surprised about the next lead that people believed. From 2010 to 2013, a series of videos was uploaded to a YouTube channel called WW discussing communications he was having with a user called Arceus2401. Arceus2401 would supposedly send him details on how he unlocked Waluigi, with photos to prove it. These series of videos are how I and many other people were initially introduced to the idea of Waluigi being in the game in the first place. This rabbit hole actually goes quite deep, and I would recommend checking out WWE Warrior's old videos on the topic if you're interested in the whole story. A lot of the photos that he was sent were pretty believable for the time, but if we learnt anything from Purple Prizes, we probably should have been more skeptical than a lot of us were at the time. But here are the steps Arceus2401 gave WWE Warrior to unlock Waluigi, and you're gonna have to stay with me on this one. Okay, so step 1. Collect all 150 power stars. Seems easy enough. Step 2. While playing as Wario, go into Snowman's land, go up to the snowman, and let it blow your cap off. Okay, seems a bit random, but sure, we'll go with it. Then you gotta quit the level, without grabbing your cap back, then select Luigi, and go into the mirror. Then from there you want to grab the power flowers in the order of an upside down L. Okay, that's a bit stupid, but we'll continue. Then you need to jump inside of Wario's portrait, and then collect every single coin in the level, which apparently should add up to 79 coins. After that you should be able to find Wario's cap inside the level, which then you need to put on and then fight Chief Chili. Then push Chief Chili into the water 2 times, but not a 3rd time. You then need to keep hitting him, so he'll drop coins until you have at least 100 coins. From there he'll drop a red mushroom, which you need to then use to defeat Chief Chili. Then apparently you have to wait around for a few hours in real time, when Waluigi's door should just appear in the mirror room, because that seems like something Nintendo would do for steps to unlock their characters. From there it would apparently take you to the negative worlds, and you would end up in the mirror room again, where outside the door is a Waluigi painting replacing the blue sky portrait that's usually there. There you would have to defeat a giant piranha plant that would give you a key to the white door that has now been replaced with Waluigi's door, and that is it. Which seems completely reasonable and easy enough. Oh, and a warning for anyone that wants to search up this topic yourself. I wouldn't recommend searching up Arceus2401 into Google, as it would just show you a bunch of disturbing images for some reason. Just a heads up, I have no idea why. Besides that, WWE Warrior also talks a lot about how Arceus would send him a lot of weird messages that would make no sense, like things where he's talking about tapeworms and other weird things for some reason, before eventually he just stopped responding entirely. I think it's probably time to answer the question, is Waluigi unlockable in Super Mario 64 DS? No, he isn't, and most likely he was never planned to be honest. Despite some strange things in the game, such as the purple rabbit, the black box, and the purple color scheme, it's still fairly unlikely that Waluigi was even considered as an unlockable character for Super Mario 64 DS. You have to think that Super Mario 64 DS was released in 2004. Waluigi was only introduced in the franchise in 2000 with Mario Tennis. He was a very new character at this point in the time, and it would be a little strange for him to appear in a mainline Mario game 4 years after being introduced. And hey, it's been 23 years since Waluigi's debut, and Nintendo still won't give this guy a chance. Like in the newest Mario game, it seems like Daisy yet again gets the spotlight, just like in Smash Bros, but Waluigi gets left in the dust again. Who knows, maybe one day we'll get another remake of Super Mario 64 DS with Waluigi included, but to be honest, I'm not going to hold my breath. And I may be completely wrong, and another Nintendo Giga Leak might happen, but instead of Luigi's model being revealed, it's Waluigi's. And I'm all for being wrong on this one, I would love to see that. Thank you everyone for watching my video. This was a rumor I wasted so much time trying to unlock as a kid. I remember showing my dad the videos by WWE Wario and explaining all the different possibilities on how to unlock Waluigi. And even he tried to help me find out where he was back in the day, but even with our combined effort, Waluigi was never found. Although if you did want to play as Waluigi in 2023, there is a mod released by Mars 2 that replaces Mario's model and voice clips with Waluigi. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to download it and try it out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.